Bravuyo, we've gone from the numbers needing to number to the numbers have now well and truly numbered. You don't get results and responses from officials all over the world if it's all but done. And now we want to take a look at how Donald Trump became the president-elect of the United States for the second time with a term in between. Let's take a look at the graphics of starting from 2020. Want to take a look there specifically at how it was 4 years ago. Look at the amount of blue. Democrats, Joe Biden achieved 306 electoral votes of the 270 needed to win. We've been talking that that's the magical figure in order of the Electoral College to get over the line. Donald Trump only achieved 232. But when we move on and we look forward to what the results are now, even though there are areas that are still counting, not all the results are in, it's enough, and Trump's lead is sizable enough to declare specifically that it's back and he's going into the White House. Let's take a look at the results from now, the latest election results. Again, you can see Donald Trump on 277. Look at the increased number of red. And that's something we're going to take a look at. The states that are on black have not yet declared their final results, but it is even estimated that Trump, while now on 277, could end up over the 300 electoral mark. So this week and over the course of it, we've been talking about swing states, what that means. Whoever wins those states ends up in the White House. And if you look at the swing states from the past, again, 2020, Joe Biden and the Democrats won 6. Look at the amount of blue there. Again, these states are key. Like I said, between 5 and 7 normally are in play to pretty much guarantee whoever wins these ends up in the White House. Democrats and Kamala Harris needed to win Pennsylvania. They did it in 2020. But when you fast forward and look at the swing states at the moment, it is a bleak picture for Kamala Harris. And that's why when we take a look at it, you see that Donald Trump has ended up in the White House. Look at these live swing states figures. Currently, again, some are still in black because they have not finally declared, but look at the red. 2020, there was only one red state. Georgia's flipped, Pennsylvania's flipped, Michigan is all but flipped. And we knew it was going to be pretty much impossible for Kamala Harris to win this without Pennsylvania, and she didn't do it. And that shows you, Bravuyo, that really a lot has happened over the course. We thought it was going to take much longer. All the polls, and it speaks to maybe an issue with American polling. They got it wrong in 2016. Everyone said it's a close race. And as I've just shown you, it's not a close race at all.
In fact, we were told, this is the closest it has ever been in modern history in the United States. And one wonders, really, as you are alluding to, what's wrong? Is it the polling? Or is it just Americans being Americans?
Yeah, and you look at the electoral votes. We've been speaking about the system the whole week. You need 270. We looked back in 2016 when Hillary Clinton ran against Donald Trump. She had almost 3 million more votes in the general popular vote than him, but still lost. And to really speak to the size of just how far Trump is ahead of Harris now, as it stands, Trump has almost 5 million more votes than Kamala Harris, on top of how he's sitting so well with the Electoral College. And that shows you that the gap is sizable.
That could be something that people are missing, which is that are people honest when they talk about, how they're going to vote or what appeals to them? Because how do you explain? As you're hearing, from the Hispanics, from people from low-income groups, these are people who came with higher numbers than anyone had thought they would.
Certainly. Donald Trump, just on what we've seen so far, the figures are already out. There's been an 18% increase in Latino or Hispanic voters from his support in 2020. So that means Kamala Harris couldn't make the inroads that she needed to. There's also been an increase in a lot of people won't openly say that they are Donald Trump supporters. Like, that speaks to the polling. But when it comes to their pocket, when it comes to their bank account, overall security, the way they felt in life at the time when Trump was president, whether he deserved credit for or not, they felt that it was a better option for them that made them quietly go to the polls and still cast their vote for the Republican candidate.
Incredible, and what a comeback for Donald Trump. Nick Andersen, of course, explaining those numbers and what is still going on, as you saw from what he was going through there. There are, of course, still states that have not yet declared, but what is beyond any dispute is that Donald Trump has won and has done so quite incredibly and decisively.